What's the deal? What's the deal? This y'all boy Battle Rap Chuck 92. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. How y'all doing out there? It was a real good Halloween last night. I know I had hit you guys up and just kept you guys updated as far as like what did I like with the Mook and Tay Rock battle, but this right here is now the Mook versus Tay Rock recap. And just like I said, like I think I did like 3 blogs on this before it had dropped, before the battle had went down. I now did a couple of blogs about how much I just think Mook is just gonna just beat Tay Rock. And the only reason why I just feel like when it actually came to the battle, I knew exactly like I knew exactly how how it was gonna go. Round 1, it was on Mook first. And Mook is the type of person where, and he's not the only battle rapper like that, but it's real special when you go first and you kind of just take away what the other person is about to say in a second. I feel like with punchliners, they first rounds be so light. And then they start heating it up in the second round. So when Mook went first, the fact that I had Mook winning this battle, sometimes it is kind of like a little scary or whatever when you want, the person that you're going for, like you want that person to go second. But then when that person ended up kind of like having like a powerful round, and the simple fact that nobody was around, Mook first round was more of like the introduction. And to me, the first round, it couldn't get no better, man. It couldn't get no better. And he started like the way he ended his rounds was the way like he ended his rounds for the second, for round 2 and round 3. Like Mook did his thing up in the first round. Now, Mook was far away from the Verb battle. Like he did way better in this battle. Way better to me. First round was definitely dope. He came like his first round was just more like addressing Mook and kind of like telling Mook, okay, this what it's basically about to be. You know what I mean? So then when Tay Rock came in, like the first round with Tay Rock came in a little strong in the first round. But then all of a sudden he started doing like the random bars or whatever. And I just feel like when you do random bars with certain people, you can't do that to Mook. Unless y'all having a, like unless you guys have like an agreement or something like that. And then you guys just come to the point where, okay, well, you know what? We just gonna go bar for bar. But are you willing to trust that person? Which means that's why you have to actually go up in that ring and be as super witty as you can. So Tay Rock was dang near like addressing, the round with Mook. And one thing that Tay Rock stood out and he was saying to me was, when Sean left, like I was still die mob with y'all, which was true. He was still riding, with them. You know what I mean? But with Mook just addressing like the bridge situation up in the first round, and then now was like time for like Tay Rock to wrap his round. I just feel like Mook ended up basically getting them in that first round. The second round, Mook starts off and he's saying, you keep doing gun line after gun line after gun line, and I try my best not to laugh when you talk about these guns, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna shoot nothing. And he going at Tay Rock directly again and again and again and again and again. He's going at him directly again and again and again. He's talking about Tay Rock. And it's like, what can you do when it like comes to like certain things like that. What can you do? Mook, to me, he had like another good second round, but to the point where I'm like, well, you know what? And like I honestly said this. I said, if Tay-Rock comes to the point where I could actually, I'm not talking about like the fans, I'm talking about me, where I could actually like feel what Tay-Rock is saying. If Tay-Rock give me like what I feel, he might end up taking that second round. But then as he kept doing like as he kept saying like what I was feeling, he went back to the gun bars, and he's kind of like doing like random type gun bars, and I'm like, okay, I'm alright. And it's just the same thing over and over and over again. And it's like when it got time to Mook turn up in the second round, round 2, Mook was just more like, okay, well, you know what, you keep doing gun line after gun line after gun line. So what he does, he go and then he basically addresses him again. And then Mook is dangerous, and I'm like, this is only really like the second round, and it's like through the battle, like, you know, Mook is sitting there saying, hey, I even get, you know what I'm saying, paid like more than Smack, you know what I'm saying, like I get my money. And he looking at Smack like, you know, like, this is who y'all claim to be like the king of battle rap, a dude that's basically putting like the contacts in his eyes and oh my god, being called Dracula and all this other stuff. And man, and it's real. It's like reality versus gun bars. It's reality versus gun bars through this whole battle. It's reality versus gun bars, man. And when Tay-Rock got to his second round, to me, Tay-Rock was getting busy with them bars. Tay-Rock always had bars. But to me, when Tay-Rock go against people like that, you have no substance. This is why I felt like Goods beat Tay-Rock. This is why I felt like Calico beat Tay-Rock. This is why I felt like Arsenal beat Tay-Rock. Because at the end of the day, Tay-Rock have bars, but he has no substance to me. He has no type of substance. And I like Tay-Rock too, though. I like Tay-Rock. But at the end of the day, you have no type of content. You have no type of substance behind the bars. But don't get me wrong, though, because Tay-Rock was wigging. And if you like bars, if you a bar type fan, you probably gave Tay-Rock the second round. Now the third round, we're not even gonna talk about that, cause oh my goodness, the third round is just like, even like through the whole, man, Mook is addressing a chain situation, and he said, you know what I'm saying, you bought 5 dudes to jump on one female, and that wasn't even a female that basically took your chain. Like, she probably like set you up, but the dude was the one that told her to do it. The dude sending you the address and all that, and you ain't pulled up at his crib one time, and the dude is still living. You ain't did nothing to the dude. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And then he like, and then it just kept going and going and going. And then he said, and then he ended up finding like the address to your grandmama's house. And then he was like, but guess who found the no, not your grandmama's house, but guess who found the address to your mama's house? Talking about the tranny. And then I guess the tranny name dude was Fred. And then Goods was dang near talking like from word to word as far as what they were saying on the phone, you know, with the tranny. And I'm like, oh my god. And then Goods heard about it. It was just too much. And then he was addressing Tay-Rock on everything else, even riding on Sue Surf, you know what, like he killed, man. The third round is not to be debated. And to me, the weakest round was Rock third round. But why would you expect somebody like Rock to have a good third round when you know he ain't gonna do nothing but a whole bunch of gun bars after gun bars after gun bars after gun bars? That's why Rum Nitty is so special. But then at the end of the day, punchers are still not my favorite type of battlers. Rum Nitty is very special. But at the end of the day, as you leave, you still have to be like, dang, you know what? Like, what type of punchline can I use now? Like, the reality of like what you could really say to me could be more relaxing, and it could just come off as far just like not forced. Sometimes the punchlines are forced, you know what I mean? So I felt like Tay-Rock was kind of like looking like a fool, you know what I'm saying, doing all the gun signals and all the all the, moving a gun up and down, and man, Mook killed that, man. Mook took that whole thing away. He took that whole thing away. You know what I mean? So it's like, to me, I just felt like at the end of the day, I feel like Mook got this 3-0. And if you guys want to argue the second round, that's cool. That's cool. But Mook most definitely got this 3-0. I will be recapping the other battles too, by the way, y'all. Oh yeah. I had Mook, and just like I said last night, I had Mook beating Rock. I definitely had B-Dot beating Holmesy. I had Loso beating Emerson Kennedy. It was kind of hard for me to pick that, but now the fact that I all of a sudden decided to go with Loso, I'm like, well, damn, why did I took so hard to reality versus bars? And then I had Danny Myers beating Jerry West, but man, Danny Myers messed up in that second round, man. Oh man, he messed up in that second round. But it is what it is, though. But Mook definitely got hecka personal on Tay-Rock. And the cold part about that, I don't see nobody ever really going that angle with Tay-Rock again. Especially since Mook addressed him on the, on the Briz fight. And the cold part about it, when Mook addressed Tay-Rock on a Briz fight or whatever, I'm just being real. I got homies and all that, but you don't get no credit back. You don't get no points back. If you lost your points, you lost your points. You don't get them points back. Tay-Rock said with his own mouth. Tay-Rock said, he said with his own mouth, he said, you know what, I was mad stressed when I didn't help my boy Briz out. I was mad stressed. But it's like, okay, you was mad stressed because you didn't help your boy Briz out. So it's like you're going off as far as what Mook was telling you. But it's kind of like Mook kind of like made you basically talk about it. And since you talked about it, okay, yeah, you was mad stressed, but you still didn't do anything about it. When you was supposedly mad stressed, you still didn't do nothing. And Briz is still your homie. Then he's sitting there talking about Av is gone. Chess is kind of sliding off of you. Man. 3-0 Mook, bro. But that is my recap, man. Mook versus Tay-Rock. This is Battle Rap Chuck 92. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Y'all get back with me, man. Mook 3-0. Another W for Mook. Gone.